Hey, what's up, my friend? It's Liam Davis here, and today in this video, I wanted to tell you a story that can really help you if you've ever had um, old programming or old beliefs that have been holding you back in your life. I wanted to tell you a story that can really help you to not only eradicate these beliefs, eradicate these old thoughts, this old programming in your head, but and just get completely rid of them and to just move on straight past them. Okay, so a few years ago. I used to work in a factory that we delivered food. Basically, we delivered food for the what do you call it? For the hospitality industry. And one day, this dude he started working there. His name was Kyle, and Kyle he was this big, tall guy. He was like 6'4" or something like that. Big, tall, skinny, kind of nerdy looking guy with glasses and just just this young dude that when I first talked to him, I thought he was kind of weird. I actually remember the first time I met him. I was driving in this machine that I had to drive with a pellet on the back, and I used to put boxes on this pellet. And I was trying to do a tricky little maneuver that I probably shouldn't have been doing, but I was trying to just make my work easier. And I accidentally crashed this machine, knocked over a pellet of boxes, and it just fell down. And I remember Kyle, he saw it all happen. He looked at me from maybe 10 meters away, and he just yells out, "Fail!" And then and then just drove up. I'm like, man, I don't know who that new guy is, but he's a dick. But eventually, as it happens, we worked together, and we eventually became, like work friends. We weren't necessarily real friends, but we were work friends. And one day, we were sitting there at lunch, sitting there in the lunchroom, just talking, just I think it was a Friday as well. And so I asked him, "Hey, Kyle, what are you going to be doing this weekend?" And he said, "Oh, the same as always, dude. Just gonna go home and just play video games." And he used to play a video game like Dragon Guild or Dungeon Dragon, some weird shit. I don't know what the game was, but he used to play in his spare time. All he would do is play this game. And I asked him, "Do you play by yourself? Like, what's the deal with this game? Do you play by yourself? Do you play with other people? Do you play with people online?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I play with people online. I have a few friends in over in America that I play with." I'm like, "Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Like, do you know them outside of the game?" He's like, "No, we met through the game." And they call me Steve. And I'm like, "Dude, your name is Kyle. Why do they call you Steve?" And he's like, "Oh, well, they told me that they don't like my name. They don't like my name Kyle, and that they just decided to call me a different name. They decided to call me Steve." I'm like, are you serious, dude? You're gonna let a bunch of people tell you that they don't like your name and they're gonna call you Steve? And he's like, "Yeah, well, I don't really like the name Kyle anyway." I'm like, "Dude, what's wrong with the name Kyle? The name Kyle is awesome. If your name's Kyle, why wouldn't you pick that over being called Steve, which is not your name?" And he said, this is what he said to me. Back when I was in grade one, or it was something like that, back when he was 6 years old, he said that kids used to tease him and call him Kylie. And I looked at it and I'm like, are you fucking serious? You don't like your name because 16 years ago, when you were 6 years old, kids used to call you Kylie. And he's like, "Well, yeah." And so I looked at him and I said, "Kyle, if a 6-year-old child walked into this room right now and started to try and bully you around, would you let them?" And he's swelled up. He's like, "No, of course not. I'll kick their ass." And so I looked at him. I said, "Kyle, well, why do you?" And at first, he was taken back, like, what? It took him 1 second to really understand what I just said to him. It took him 2 seconds to kind of just be taken aback by the fact that I just challenged him and was like, "What?" And it took him 3 seconds to come up with a justification and say, "No, you don't understand. It's not that easy. I can't just get it." And I said, "Kyle, it is that easy. You've got this is not real. What you're thinking, this is previous programming from when you were 6 years old of what children used to say to you. Those children have grown up. You've grown up. What they said as kids, those people are now your age. Sure, they used to tease you. Everybody used to get teased. But you can't let that hold you back in your life. You can't let that previous programming that's inside your subconscious mind that is not even your own belief. You can't let that control you. And so, what I'm getting at is I want to ask you, is there previous programming? Is there previous thoughts? Are there beliefs in your mind that you didn't even come up with that have been holding you back in your life? And I know there's at least one because we all have it. I mean, I've got a shit ton of them. But the first thing to getting rid of them is to realizing that they're there and realizing that this belief or this previous programming, it has nothing to do with you. You didn't come up with it. It was put into your mind. Your subconscious took a hold of it and was like, yeah, this is real. Even if you don't want it to, even if you don't want to believe that it's real. And here's the thing. What I want you to do is find one of those beliefs that's been holding you back. Decide what it is. Decide one belief in your life that's been holding you back from reaching your goals, from moving forward in your life, from doing what you want to do. That's something that's made you insecure your whole life. What I want you to do is think of that thing, and I want you to challenge it by asking a simple question. All right, and that question is, how do I know that this belief is even real? So when you challenge it, see, people, they don't challenge their thoughts. They think that what they're thinking, that's how it is, that's them. It's not. That's old programming from your subconscious mind. It's habitual thinking. And the only way that you can get rid of it is to challenge it and reprogram that belief. So the way to reprogram it is to ask, there's actually 14 steps to this. But the first step is asking the simple question, how do I know that this belief is real? And you're going to find all the answers to support you and be like, you know what? It's not real. This is something someone said to me 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, a month ago. It's something that they said, but it doesn't mean I have to take it on and make it a belief, form a belief in my own head and believe that shit. And like I said to Kyle, would you let a child push you around now as a man? And he said, of course not. I'd kick their ass. And really quickly, I don't know if that's true. Kyle's kind of a really skinny guy. A 6-year-old probably could kick his butt, but he said, of course not. I would kick their ass. And I said, well, why do you let a 6-year-old push you around? Because really, the voices in his head, the things that are telling him he's got a girly name. Not that even if you did have a girly name, who gives a shit? Kyle is a cool name. But here's my point is, a lot of the things that go in our mind, a lot of the things that hold us back, they're not even our own ideas. They're not even our own thoughts or beliefs. So I want you to get those ideas, to think of them, to challenge them, and to reprogram them into ideas that can support you, into ideas that actually serve you and benefit you rather than holding you back, okay? And when you do this, when you decide to do this, you're going to set yourself free. And you're going to move forward in your life because you're not going to be held back by all this bullshit that's been weighing you down, okay? So that's what I want you to do, okay? Think of something that's been holding you back, some previous programming, a previous idea that someone put into your head. I want you to challenge it by asking the question, how do I know that this is real? And you're going to find that when you ask that question, you're going to come up with all the logical and conscious reasons why. It's a ton of shit, okay? It's a ton of bullshit. As soon as you do that, you can just leave it in the past where it belongs. And that's the point of my video today. Okay, so as I said just before, there's actually 14 steps. That's the first step. That's one of the steps to getting rid of these previous conditionings, to change your beliefs and your attitudes around. And yeah, there's 14 actual steps. So if you'd like to know the other 13 steps, if you would really like to know how you can take these old beliefs and attitudes that you have, this old programming that's become habitual in your subconscious mind, if you'd like to learn how to reprogram them, if you're on my blog, go ahead and send me a contact, okay? There should be a button that says contact me. Go and send me an email and I'll give you more information exactly on how to do this, because there's actually a training course that I've been through that I learned how to do this. So go ahead, send me an email, leave a comment below if you want to as well, and I'll get back to you on the 14 steps of doing this. But the first thing to do is think of this belief that you no longer want in your life. Challenge it, and you're going to see as soon as you challenge it, you're going to come up with a whole bunch of new beliefs that are what you really, really need, that are going to serve you, that are going to benefit you, and are what are going to allow you to move forward in your life. Okay, so go do that now. Think of the things that have been holding you back. and basically just kick them out of your mind. They don't deserve to live there. Get rid of them, think of new ones, and I'll see you again in my next video. I'll see you again. Bye.